It was a nice starry night when I went to bed. And the clouds started moving in. And now I got sprinkles this morning. Wasn't expecting that. There's nothing on the radar. Yeah, check out these gray skies. That's nuts. I think it was supposed to be 0% chance of rain today. And then here's a better look at the glove that I grabbed. I don't know what I grabbed last night, but I've got all these thorns in here. I don't want to put that back on. So I'm just gonna rock the one glove and kind of do like the Michael Jackson thing, you know, just the one glove. Ankle's still a little sore from yesterday when I rolled it, but I think it'll be all right. I planned a lot of this stuff to, you know, to get to water at night, a certain spot. And now that I'm behind, it's really throwing a wrench in my plans. I'm gonna need to, need to fall. Got a hoof, leg. There's actually a little bit of water here. It's only the second time I've seen like a little pothole, a little puddle like this. I mean, pretty nasty. Dig that out and collect from it if I was really desperate, but if I follow this canyon down and then that way, I'll hit Lake Mead. I'm not all that far away. So now I need to make my way down all of this. It's starting to get pretty cliffy. And down into S Cove. There's a place called S Cove marked on the map on Lake Mead. Let me have a look over here. Might be able to bypass all that stuff. There's definitely a lot of these pour-offs now. Some of these are becoming a little bit of a challenge to work around. I'm almost down to S Cove at Lake Mead, and I've got, you know, another pour-off to work around here. And yeah, it's really starting to make me wonder how this is all going to work out. There's a bighorn up there, another bighorn sheep. Might have to take my pack off on this one. I think I might get wedged in here. So I thought ahead on this trip and brought a length of cord and carabiner just for this purpose, so I can lower my pack down and, you know, climb this without the pack on me. Just gotta make sure the weight of this thing doesn't take me with it. Put you down. All right. Now for myself. It's just been a series of these like short little climbs. I mean, they're doable. It's just just one after another, you know, very slow. And here's some more bighorn remains. This guy's horns fell off. Oh. And the weight of these things, it's just surprising. I must be getting a little bit closer to the lake. You can kind of see the water line now. Paddle here. That is that's gotta be 40 foot down. Very narrow. All right. Wow. It's really opening up now. Can't be too far away. All right, there it is. Lake Mead. Oh, wow. I was hoping the shoreline would be a little easier to negotiate here. Well, first things first, time to fill up on water. Get this going. It takes quite a while to filter with my old Sawyer filter. It's kind of gunked up, so I need to get that going now. I'll just hang up my gravity feed system here for one of these barnacles. Let that do its thing while I eat some food and take a break. Just filled up with 2 liters of water. Really not taking that much with me here because I'm going to follow the shoreline here of Lake Mead for about 2 miles. Take me to Cleopatra Cove. I'll top off my water there before I head back into the bulk of the wilderness. Got a feeling the walk along the shoreline here is not going to be a good one. It's going to be ups and downs over a lot of this kind of stuff. Yeah, I'm pretty much at the high water mark now. You can see what kind of challenge I'm up against now. You can kind of just see like a series of ridges and stuff that meet the water, and I have to go across all of them. Because everything down here is pretty cliffy. And it'd be sketchy to get down to the wash from down there, but that's ultimately where I need to go, down into the wash, up and over on the other side. So the water pretty much ends somewhere right around there. I can't quite tell just yet. Only thing I can tell is that this is going to be one sketchy descent. Probably just slide my way down, I think, on this one. Hopefully a controlled slide and not an uncontrolled slide. Well, made it on the other side. Wasn't as bad as I was expecting. It was a pleasant surprise. Just climbed up over this ridge, and now on this side, on the west side, it's looking a lot more manageable. I could probably follow closer to the shoreline and should have a little bit easier going. I look out at big bodies of water like this and I never find them very calming, The wind whipping like this, you just feel very exposed and vulnerable, and we just wouldn't want to live on a big body of water like this. You go and visit it and it's fine. Small little lake, maybe a nice little calm river, and I can understand that. It's just, to me, a big body of water, no thanks.
It's kind of a weird day out here, you know. Normally there's just tons of boats zipping around, but because the 25-mile-an-hour winds, wisely they are not on the water. And for me, it just makes it feel that much more remote and just adds kind of a bizarre and sort of eerie vibe to this place. Well, I've been walking the shoreline for a little while. Now it's time to leave it and head into Cleopatra Cove, which will take me out of the Jimbilnan Wilderness. I still laugh every time I say that one. Into the Pinto Valley Wilderness. I just got my first view of Cleopatra Cove here, and it's not really what I was hoping for. I was hoping that the water would stop somewhere a little bit sooner. And you know, you can see all this stuff's really steep. I'm gonna have to go up one of those hills and just hope I can drop over. Otherwise, shit, I might have to swim. Good news for me, I don't have to swim today. You see the water pretty much ends right there. On the other side of this ridge line is my wash. Now I just gotta hope this canyon is passable. Pretty sure it is. Yeah, I could see one probable pour off down there, and you know, who knows what's here, and then another one there. And maybe follow this ridge a little bit and see if there's a place I can drop down. So I just made a pretty dumb mistake. I forgot to, I can't believe I did this. I forgot to go down to the water and get water down there. Just really, you know, fixated on how I was gonna make my way through this canyon. So I really need to drop back down and get water, because I'm not gonna get water for another day. And then the other thing is that the route up here, there is no way down if I continue up this ridge, unless there's just some sort of ledgy descent down here. So I might be forced to try my luck down below here with some of these pour-offs and just try and climb up them. Oh, before I grab my water, I'm gonna have a quick look at this slot canyon here to see what I'm working with. Yeah, I mean, this is pretty vertical. Wow. Slick rock, you know. It's gonna be a challenging climb. So I really don't know what I'm gonna do yet. All I know is I need water. I'm gonna get some water, rehydrate, chug a bit, take a few liters with me. Think about my options. S Cove was like this too. You get to the end of, you know, the wash, where the wash meets the water, there's a steep drop off. And you know, you can see how the water level was a foot or two higher than it is now, you know. I mean, it wasn't all that long ago. Man, the Sawyer is so slow. When I get to Boulder City, I'm gonna have to Uber into Las Vegas or something and buy a new Sawyer from Walmart. This is just so slow. It's like, I don't know, 20 or 30 minutes like for a liter, you know. I had to take at least 4 liters with me. The progress here is so slow. It took an hour and 15 minutes to filter 5 liters of water. It's just ridiculous. Man, that Sawyer filter, I kind of dropped the ball and just assuming my Sawyer filter is going to be good to go, you know, because it was fine all summer, and it was only, you know, 2 months ago, I think, since I used it last. Noticed some game trails going up to the left. I checked the map, and it does appear that there could be a route that kind of goes, you know, maybe up through that little canyon there and then drops back down. It's kind of surprising to see a little cairn there. Somebody's come this way. Yeah, and there's, looks like a cairn. It's really surprising. Yeah. Wow, very manageable. Bighorn sheep path, human path. Well, this is Cleopatra Wash. So far, pretty cool, pretty impressive. Well, the walking's definitely a lot easier now in this wash. A couple pour-offs here and there, but you know, for the most part, it's pretty easy to just walk. Here's a little pool of water. Tons of bees by it. Another skeleton here. Smaller bighorn sheep. A lot of green too in this canyon, I've noticed. Lots of random patches of grass like this. A couple of pools of water. It's probably the wettest canyon I've come across yet. You can even just see the dark color in this soil here, you know? It's moist. If you dig down a little bit, it's probably water. It's probably one of the biggest pools of water I think I've seen yet. And finally just reached the top of Cleopatra Wash, kind of entering a larger valley. I've got less than an hour of daylight left now. Oh look, another pool of water. Oh, this one's been heavily dug out. As much as I'd love to hit all that stuff up there, about a day behind where I'd like to be right now, and you know, I didn't plan for that when I planned my food. And here's a wilderness marker, and this marks the beginning of the Pinto Valley Wilderness. So I'm all done with the Jimbilnan. Well, it doesn't look like much, but I'm going to try and clear out a spot here, and I guess just cowboy camp. Just clear out some of these rocks.